Welcome back to our Q&A series with UNA Athletic Director Mark Linder. In this installment, we're going to discuss scheduling with Mr. Linder, the impact that some of these decisions will have on fall sports, and when our teams may be playing again. Scheduling. So explain to us what's going on with scheduling for fall sports.
So we have two leagues, right? Where football team is in the Big South and all the other 13 sports are in the ASUN. And so two different conferences had two different votes. And so the ASUN, where our 13 non-football playing sports are located, they made the decision to move all fall sport competition into the spring and cancel the fall. And so volleyball, women's soccer, the cross countries of UNA's program, they'll be competing in the spring term, but they will not be competing this fall. And so as we move through, we'll have to kind of look at the practice schedules, see what the NCAA says about what's permissible practice when you don't have games to compete in. So we're working through those issues right now. In the sport of football or the Big South, Big South also said they were going to move their conference schedule to the spring, but they're allowing each school to play up to 4 non-conference football games in the fall. And so for us at the University of North Alabama, we plan on doing that.
The 2020 football schedule, what has it been like originally putting it together versus what it's becoming now?
Oh, we were tremendously excited when we signed the 2020 contracts, right? Because it was our first year to be able to play FBS institutions, and not only did we get Virginia Tech, but we also had BYU. And so those contracts, that schedule kind of came about back in 2018. You mentioned it earlier. The funny thing is now, we could be scheduling up to a game week in this very fluid situation that we call COVID-19, and making sure that we're taking our student athletes' safety into account on every decision. So it has really changed the game, but the 2020 schedule looks like one where we'll have 4 games. We're trying to structure it so that we have a off date between each contest. So we'll play every other week. My hope is that that will allow us to have a little bit more time to recover, and then if we were to have a positive test, that individual wouldn't miss maybe 3 or 4 games, but only miss 1 game because of the every other week cycle.
So when do you expect a 2020 football season to take place?
So for us, what we're going to do is we are going to have voluntary workouts for the remainder of this week. We'll have mandatory workouts the week of August 24th. And then starting September 1st, we will start practice, the traditional fall camp, but school will be in session. And the reason we did this is we wanted to give our student athletes time to get their academic legs underneath them. So school starts on Wednesday, they'll be in voluntary workouts, and then they'll have 2 weeks before we even put a helmet on. And so we think that's a win in the academic realm for us. And then the month of September will allow us to practice, get back into getting used to carrying a helmet and shoulder pads, and making sure that we're in shape, cardiovascular wise and with our strength. And then in the month of October, we will start playing games. So my hope is that we'll have a game on October 3rd, and in all likelihood it will be away. And then October 17th will be at home, and then on October 31st or November 7th, one of those will be playing again, and then we have BYU right now scheduled for November 21st. So we'll have 4 games in that probably 8 to 9 week window.